Dear Gemini, are you asking yourself why someone left at the very moment you needed them the most? Why, when you gave your whole heart, when you hoped and trusted, they chose to turn away, leaving you with countless unanswered questions? You try to make sense of it, replaying every detail, every moment, as if finding the reason could ease the ache. But the truth is, the deeper you dig, the more you find yourself falling into an invisible emptiness, and perhaps, in the quietest corners of your silence, you've already heard a faint whisper from within. This is not a coincidence, Gemini. The universe never takes something away just to leave you empty. This departure is not a failure, not a rejection. It is a plan written especially for you to open another door, larger and brighter, where your true light can shine freely. I know you felt misunderstood, overlooked, even forced to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's eyes. But Gemini was not born to live small. You were born to speak with the world, to spread your wings, to share the stories that only you can tell. And so, this moment, though painful, though unclear, is actually the universe's gentlest message. You deserve so much more. Allow yourself to believe that everything is being rearranged, not against you, but to bring you exactly what you've been searching for all along. If this resonates with you, leave a comment. Gemini deserves better. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep receiving the messages the universe has written just for you. Now, pour yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee, sit in peace, because the journey we are about to step into will change the way you see yourself. Part 1. The withdrawal is not random. The universe is arranging for Gemini. Dear Gemini, sometimes you ask yourself, why did this withdrawal happen at the very moment you craved closeness the most? Why did that person, or perhaps a certain situation in your life, choose to walk away just when you needed them most, leaving you with an unnamed emptiness? Many nights you've questioned yourself, searching through memories, details, conversations, trying to see where you went wrong. But the more you search, the more you fall into the spiral of unanswered questions. And in the deepest silence, there is a small voice within you whispering, "This is not a coincidence, Gemini. What you are experiencing is not accidental. It is a hidden plan. The universe has arranged long ago a vital step to protect you from what your rational eyes cannot yet see." The truth is that Gemini carries both a gift and a challenge. You are guided by Mercury, the planet of thought, language, and connection. That is why you so often get caught in cycles of analysis, endless reasoning, and the never-ending why. In doing so, you sometimes ignore the deeper voice of your intuition, the one that knew the truth all along. This withdrawal is the way the universe forces you to stop, to let go of overthinking, and to return to listening to your soul. Do you remember how every time Mercury goes retrograde, your life seems turned upside down? Delayed messages, disrupted plans, small misunderstandings that irritate you. But then you realize retrograde is not chaos. It's a chance to review what is unclear, to revise, to rewrite important chapters. This is the same. This withdrawal is the retrograde of your heart. It forces you to ask, what is real and what was only illusion? And when you answer, the path of your soul becomes clearer. Gemini is the sign of duality, between mind and heart, between the desire for connection and the need for freedom, between wanting to embrace the whole world and learning how to choose. It is no surprise you often feel torn in relationships between holding on and letting go. But the universe sees what you haven't admitted to yourself. This bond no longer matches your frequency. It makes you smaller, it burdens your wings, and it clouds your intellect and talent. That is why the universe arranged this withdrawal a release, so you would no longer delay your soul's evolution. Remember, Gemini was born to fly, to move, to learn, and to share. You were not born to stay trapped in limitations or to dim your light to fit into someone else's eyes. This distance, though painful, is a subtle protection from higher energies. The universe is whispering, "You've gone too far trying to hold on to what was never yours. It's time to return and step onto the right path." You may feel lost right now, but ask yourself, haven't you often sensed that this connection wasn't sustainable, that it drained your energy without replenishing it, that deep down you knew you deserved more? If the answer is yes, then this withdrawal is simply the universe making a decision you should have made long ago. And this is not loss, Gemini. This is a necessary part of evolution. Imagine yourself as a bird, with its leg tied in a cage. You've grown used to it, sometimes even convincing yourself, this is fine, but the universe sees you cannot soar while bound. So, unexpectedly, the cage door opens. You feel overwhelmed by the sudden loss of familiarity. But in truth, you've just been given back your freedom. Astrologically, this moment is like Mercury squaring Neptune. Illusions shatter, truth is revealed, and you are asked to discern between fantasy and reality. It is difficult, but only through such moments can Gemini learn to use intuition to navigate, rather than relying solely on logic. And this balance between intuition and reason will open a new chapter for you. So do not view this withdrawal as a wound. See it as an invitation to step out of your comfort zone, to look at yourself again, to remember that your worth has never depended on who stayed or left. It has always lived within your light. The universe is clearing the way so that light can no longer be hidden. Dear Gemini, if these words resonate with you, leave a comment. Gemini has lost nothing, only been given back to myself. And don't forget to like and subscribe to continue receiving the universe's messages written just for you. Now, pour yourself a warm cup of tea or your favorite coffee and sit in peace, because the journey we're about to step into will forever change the way you see yourself. Part 2. Intuition and the inner voice. Gemini's soul knew all along. Dear Gemini, do you remember those moments when your heart trembled slightly, whispering, "Something isn't right," only for your mind to immediately step in and dismiss it? You reassured yourself that it was just overthinking, that if you tried a little harder, things would go back to normal. But the truth is, your heart has never been wrong. Those times when you felt out of place in a familiar relationship, those times you sensed coldness, even when nothing was said, those were signals. And your Gemini soul had always known, though you chose to ignore it. This is something very particular to you, Gemini. As an air sign ruled by Mercury, you are often drawn toward logic, analyzing every situation through reasoning, hypotheses, and explanations. You believe that, if there's enough reason, if there's enough justification, then everything can be worked out. But be honest with yourself. How many times has that logic made you overlook the subtle yet profound feelings inside? How many times have you brushed off intuition simply because it didn't make sense the way you wanted it to? And in the end, didn't the truth always reveal itself, just as your heart whispered from the beginning? This time, the universe has intervened not to hurt you, but to accelerate a process you've delayed for too long. Otherwise, you would continue pouring energy into connections no longer aligned. Continue trying to rescue something already vibrating on the wrong frequency. Instead of watching you spend years in the cycle of trying disappointment, trying, disappointment. The universe chose decisiveness to untie this knot before you were ready, so you would no longer waste your precious light. Gemini, you are the embodiment of duality between logic and emotion, between a sharp mind and a sensitive heart. But in this phase, the universe is guiding you into a new balance, where intuition is no longer a secondary voice, but becomes the compass leading the way. This is not easy, because you are used to controlling through analysis. But for once, try trusting that what you feel, even without immediate proof, is in fact the truth. Look at the sky now. Mercury, your ruling planet, is forming a special aspect with Neptune, the planet of intuition, dreams, and the unseen. This is a moment when logic can be clouded, but also a moment when you are invited to rely on intuition more than ever. Strange dreams, sudden gut feelings, those moments when you just know something without reason, all of these are messages. And your task is not to deny them, but to learn how to listen. This is a key spiritual awakening step in your Gemini journey. A reminder that you cannot keep chasing scattered pieces, trying to fill the emptiness with things outside of you. Intuition will lead you back to your true essence, where you no longer need to force, no longer need to prove, only to be exactly as you are. And when you do this, you will see that the universe never abandoned you. It was only waiting for you to be ready to see, not with your mind, but with your heart. Dear Gemini, this time, let your heart speak, and you will see everything begin to clear. If you resonate with this message, leave a comment. Gemini trusts my intuition. Don't forget to like and subscribe to continue receiving the universe's guidance. And now, sit quietly, close your eyes for a few seconds, breathe deeply. You will hear the inner voice already guiding you in the right direction. Part 3. The perfect timing. Releasing energy so Gemini can fly far. Dear Gemini, sometimes we ask ourselves, why did this have to happen now? Why didn't they leave earlier, so the wound wouldn't cut so deep? Or if possible, why didn't they stay just a little longer so you could prepare your heart? But the truth is, the universe never misaligns the rhythm. Not a second too soon, not a moment too late. Every shift happens precisely at the time your soul needs it most. And this separation is the same. It is on time in the truest sense of the universe. Gemini, you are the child of Mercury, the planet of speed, words, connection, and intellect. You often move fast, racing through countless experiences, eager to explore the world, while holding on to thousands of ties at once. But that very speed sometimes sweeps you away, making it hard to discern what truly matters and what must be released. The universe understands this, and so it created a pause at the perfect time, not too early so you miss the lesson, not too late so you sink deeper into the wrong thing. This is the moment you need release most, so you can return to yourself. Picture yourself as a bird of the sky. Gemini is born with radiant wings, carrying endless curiosity and the gift of connection. But no matter how beautiful, a bird cannot soar if its legs are bound. Relationships, jobs, or situations that no longer serve you are those invisible ties. You may keep trying to fly, to prove you are fine, but in truth, you've only been flapping within a narrow cage. The universe saw this, and with a gesture of love, chose to unbind you at the very moment you most needed freedom. Look at the sky right now, and you'll see how miraculous its movements are. Mercury, your ruling planet, is emerging from the shadows of retrograde. This is the time when your mind regains clarity, misunderstandings dissolve, and confusion gives way to understanding. At the same time, Mercury is forming a trine with Jupiter, the planet of expansion, opportunity, and faith. This is the new wind filling your sails, carrying you away from old harbors. And to make sure you never return to the past, Pluto, the planet of endings and rebirth, also steps in, sealing the moment with its mark. The old chapter has closed, so the new one may begin. See, the entire sky is like a great chessboard, with planets as the pieces moving to create the strategy of your life. This separation is not meaningless. It is synchronized with the stars, aligned with divine timing, to free you exactly when you most need it. If it had happened earlier, you wouldn't have had the wisdom to understand. If later, you would have been too drained. But now it is perfect. This is the precise moment Gemini needs to reclaim energy, to step into clarity, to be reborn. Perhaps you still feel empty, but listen closely to your body and your mind. Do you notice yourself breathing easier, feeling a little lighter, as if a hidden weight has been lifted? The restless nights are slowly fading, replaced by space in your thoughts where you can breathe again. That is the proof. Your energy is returning. You are no longer pouring it into what doesn't deserve it. And this lightness is the launchpad into your new chapter. Believe this. You've lost nothing. You're simply being given back to yourself. Your wasted time, your drained energy, your delayed dreams, all are being returned because you no longer have to hold on to something that was never yours. The universe removed that burden for you, so you wouldn't have to do the hardest thing yourself, letting go. And when you realize this, you'll see that withdrawal is not loss, it is liberation. In astrology, it is often said, when a planet finishes one cycle and begins another, the energy of transformation is stronger than ever. Gemini, you are at such a turning point now. You are no longer bound. You are being invited to fly far, to channel all your intellect, creativity, and passion into what lies ahead. And this will carry you to opportunities you never imagined possible. Dear Gemini, if these words feel as though they're speaking directly to your heart, leave a comment. Gemini is given back to myself. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can keep walking with the universe's messages. And now, relax. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine your wings truly unbound. You will see the vast sky waiting for you to soar into it. Part 4. Claiming your worth. Gemini was not born to accept fragments. Dear Gemini, it's time to face this truth. The reason behind this withdrawal is not because you were not enough. It's because you were too expansive for the old situation. Your light shines brighter than what that environment could contain, and the vastness of your soul goes far beyond their capacity. The universe never takes something away because you are unworthy, but because you deserve far, far more. Gemini, as an air sign, you are expansive, adaptable, intelligent, and endlessly creative. You have the gift of connection and inspiration, but you are also vulnerable to being drained by those who cannot meet you on the same frequency. Have you noticed how many times you've dimmed your light so others wouldn't feel overshadowed? How often you downplayed your dreams or your achievements to avoid being labeled too much? And how many times did you settle for fragments of recognition, for half-kept promises, instead of a love or respect that was whole? That is exactly what the universe can no longer allow you to continue, because you were not born to live on scraps. You were born to be celebrated, to have your intellect, your heart, and your natural charm fully received. This is the moment to raise your standards, to know that love should not be begged for piece by piece. Work should not be tolerated as good enough, and recognition cannot be just a few lukewarm compliments. You deserve an environment, a relationship, a life where your light is encouraged, not extinguished. Look at the sky now. Mercury, your ruling planet, is entering conjunction with Venus, the planet of love and self-worth. This rare alignment is the universe reminding you that your value does not depend on who stays. It is defined by how you define yourself. When Mercury unites with Venus, Gemini is invited to affirm, "I am worthy of love, recognition, and wholeness. I no longer accept fragments." At the same time, Saturn, the planet of discipline and boundaries, is also casting its influence, urging you to say no. No to disrespect. No to vagueness. No to promises that never manifest. You see, every movement in the heavens is conspiring to remind you. Your light cannot be confined. People or situations vibrating at lower frequencies will naturally fade away simply because they cannot keep pace with you. This does not mean you are arrogant or demanding. It means you are being honest with yourself, and when you are honest, the universe will send you new people, new opportunities that match you, places where your intelligence, your heart, and your gifts are embraced as blessings, not burdens. This is the moment for Gemini to learn how to reset your standards. Not to exclude, but to choose. You no longer need to ask for love, ask for recognition, ask for a place. You have the right to say, "I only choose what makes me bigger, brighter, and freer." And when you do, you will realize that what truly belongs to you will never require you to shrink. Dear Gemini, begin claiming your worth today. Do not fear if it causes some people to leave, for what does not respect you was never worthy of you in the first place. If this message resonates, leave a comment. Gemini does not live on fragments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to keep walking with the universe's guidance. Take this as your declaration to the cosmos, that you are ready to receive only what you truly deserve. Part 5. A new door. When the universe returns to Gemini what you deserve. Dear Gemini, have you noticed that each time one door closes, the world around you begins to show strange signs? Truths once hidden suddenly come to light. Masks that once confused you fall away, layer by layer. The things you clung to, the ones you thought would last forever, begin to fade like morning mist dissolving under sunlight. And alongside that, a new space opens before you, vast, clear, and full of promise. This is not meaningless emptiness. This is a sacred pause for you to be reborn. When one door closes, the universe never leaves you standing before a void. The very essence of Gemini is movement, steps forward, wings that cannot stand still. So, the emptiness you feel now is only a short breath, a moment to inhale deeply and gather strength before a new door bursts open. And what awaits you on the other side will always be better: a person who truly honors your light, a career path aligned with your true potential, or even a brand new version of yourself, freer, more creative, stronger. Astrologically, this is a special time as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a trine with Uranus, the planet of change and surprise. This alignment signals that the beginnings you are stepping into will be breakthroughs beyond anything you imagined. Unexpected events may arrive. An invitation to collaborate, a helping hand from someone unexpected, or a chance encounter that leads you to an entirely different opportunity. But the most important part is this: everything is being orchestrated to fit your truest essence. At the same time, Mercury is also connecting with Pluto, the planet of profound transformation, emphasizing that you are closing an old chapter to be reborn at a higher frequency. This is not just a surface-level shift, but a soul-deep metamorphosis. No more pretending, no more suppressing, no more shrinking yourself to fit into someone else's frame. You will live as your true Gemini self, a free, multidimensional, radiant, and creative soul. Gemini, recall the times in your past when you lost something and thought you would never recover. Yet looking back, you realize you grew stronger, wiser, and received gifts far greater than what you lost. This moment is no different. The universe never takes to leave you empty. It only takes to give you more, and what is coming now will not only make up for past losses, but elevate you into a version of yourself that is complete, confident, and luminous. Picture yourself standing before a grand door of light. Behind you lies the past things that no longer fit. Before you stretches a new journey where sincere people will find you, where true opportunities will open, where your voice will be heard, and where you will never again need to compromise with anything that makes you small. Just one brave step, and you will cross into that chapter. And once you do, you will understand that everything before was only preparation so you could be worthy of what is arriving. Dear Gemini, trust and open your heart. Step through this new door with pride, for you no longer need to pretend, no longer need to hold back. This is the beginning of a new cycle, where you live as your truest self, in freedom, creativity, and wholeness. If this message resonates, leave a comment. Gemini is ready to step through the new door. And don't forget to like and subscribe to continue walking with the universe's guidance, for the journey ahead holds even more surprises waiting to be discovered. Dear Gemini, after today's entire journey, from the painful moment of withdrawal to the call of intuition, the perfect timing of release, the claiming of your worth, and finally stepping through the new door, you may have realized a profound truth. The universe has never abandoned you. Every event, every pause, even every wound, has been a stepping stone for your growth, for you to understand more deeply who you are and what you truly deserve. The greatest lesson you can carry from this video is this: never shrink yourself to fit into someone else's frame. Trust your intuition. Dare to reset your standards, and choose to walk with the free wings of Gemini. Life will always bring doors that close, but when you remain steadfast in your light, the universe will always open better, more worthy paths for you. And you know what? The value you gain from this video is not only in the astrological messages, it is also the push to apply them in reality. To dare to release relationships or jobs that no longer fit. To dare to trust your instincts even when your logic hesitates, and to dare to choose yourself every single day. When you do this, your energy shifts, opportunities draw closer, and love, true recognition, real happiness will find you. If you feel today's journey resonates with your own, leave a comment. Gemini is ready for the new chapter. This is not only a declaration to yourself, but also a signal to the universe. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you'll continue to receive powerful messages, because your journey still holds many miracles ahead. Gemini, remember, you have never truly lost anything. You are only moving closer to what you deserve. I'll see you in the next video, where together we'll uncover more of the secrets the universe has written just for you.